Good afternoon and thank you for joining me for my weekly video message. I want to begin by noting that this week we lost an important figure in Montgomery County, Board of Education member Patricia O'Neill. She was the longest serving member of the board, and her love of our children and her commitment to the constituents she served was remarkable. My thoughts and sympathies go out to the family and friends, as well as everyone in our Montgomery County Public Schools community. We will be flying flags at half-staff this week to honor her legacy. Now for a COVID-19 update. We remain in substantial transmission according to the CDC. However, our state has seen an overall decline in cases as compared to last week, which is good news. Our COVID-19 testing volumes continue to trend up, which is not a surprise as many families are increasing vigilance now that their children are back in school. And speaking of schools, statewide, schools are now tied with nursing homes for the largest number of total active outbreaks, and the schools lead with the number of active cases tied to outbreaks. The American Association of Pediatrics says the cases have gone up for 230% nationwide among children. Children now make up 29% of all new COVID cases nationwide, 27% in Maryland, and 28% here in Montgomery County. I'm glad to see that MCPS has begun rapid testing in the schools and reducing the number of close contacts required to quarantine while awaiting test results. As we noted a few weeks ago, this school year was going to be challenging, and we called for patience, understanding, and improvisation during these unprecedented times. I was an elementary school teacher myself, and I understand the challenges with contact tracing, especially with younger kids, and especially when they're masked and you can't immediately attach a name to a face. I'm very appreciative that the schools have responded initially with an abundance of caution. Since many kids are being exposed to more germs than they have over the past 18 months, they are also going to be more susceptible to the common cold and illnesses. I appreciate all the work by the school staff. This is an incredible undertaking, and I've been impressed by their efforts and adaptations. As county government, we will continue to work with and support testing and COVID mitigation efforts within MCPS. We continue to have the highest vaccination rate in the country for all jurisdictions with populations greater than 300,000 people. 87% of our eligible population, that's everybody older than the age of 12, are fully vaccinated, and 96% of this eligible population has had at least one dose. That means we're 3.5% away from having 100% of our entire eligible population receiving at least one dose of the vaccine. We've come a very long way over a few short months. I'm also pleased that our 65 and older population is now over 95% fully vaccinated. This is a population we prioritized at the very beginning of the vaccines, and it has paid off. And as a result of our equity, our communications efforts, and our outreach efforts, I'm pleased that our Black residents are only 3% below the white population in terms of vaccination rate. This gap was once as high as 18%. We've also vaccinated 439 immunocompromised residents with third doses, and we're preparing for booster shots when those are available. This week, I want to mention a tax credit for homeowners and renters. These benefits are significant, but I'm concerned that there are a lot of county residents unaware of these benefits and who don't know how to apply. The homeowners tax credit is for low and moderate income homeowners. The credits must be applied for each year. Last year, over 4,300 Montgomery County residents received the credit, and the average credit was $1,290, which is significant for these families. There's also a renter's tax credit, since renters indirectly pay property taxes as part of their rent, and thus they should get some form of assistance. It's a program for low-income renters to help account for the skyrocketing costs of rent in Maryland. The program provides financial assistance of up to $1,000 per year or $83 per month to tenants in order to use it toward their rent. This deadline for applications is October 1st, 2021, just 2 weeks away. For more information and how to apply for these credits, please see the link on the screen and in my printed letter. We are pleased to note the beginning of Hispanic Heritage Month. As Cesar Chavez once said, preservation of one's own culture does not require contempt or disrespect for other cultures. As we celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month, I encourage everyone to learn the history and customs of our Latino communities here in Montgomery County. Enjoy the cultural events and appreciate the contributions to our county's past, present, and future. Our Latino brothers and sisters are a critical part and a vibrant part of every neighborhood, every industry, and throughout our county government. We're proud to be the home to multiple generations of immigrants from every Latin American nation. According to the 2020 census, the Latino population in Montgomery County increased by 31% since 2010, making Latinos now 20.5% of the county's total population. Montgomery County is the #2 destination among all U.S. counties for immigrants from Bolivia and the #3 destination for immigrants from El Salvador. I enjoyed kicking off Hispanic Heritage this past Sunday at the 16th Annual Salvadoran Independence Day Festival. The celebrations will continue throughout the month. Just as we celebrate Hispanic Heritage, we are also celebrating Welcoming Week. The annual campaign started in 2012 to showcase efforts by communities across the United States to be welcoming places for all, including newly arriving families and children. During these unprecedented times, and despite the pandemic and deep divisions within our nation, we are pleased to be a county and a community of compassion and inclusion, and to be welcoming to those seeking temporary refuge or permanent home. Welcoming Week epitomizes this county's commitment to all of our residents. We welcome and understand that new residents, along with longtime residents, are a vital part of our community, bringing ideas, starting businesses, serving in civic roles, working in critical industries, and contributing to the vibrant diversity that we value. The Montgomery County Welcoming Committee is made up of participating organizations such as Montgomery County Public Schools, Montgomery College, the Montgomery County Coalition for Adult English Literacy, the Gilchrist Immigrant Resource Center, Community Reach of Montgomery County, Identity, English Now, and the Washington Center for International Education, and Silver Spring-based CHEER. And I want to thank all of them for their efforts. Please join this conversation by using the hashtag MoCoWeWelcome. Thank you, and have a great week.